Dan Turrentine's a former Democrat advisor and the co-host of the morning meeting. All right, so have you ever been to a panda party?
I have not. I'm proud to say that.
Why are they putting panda heads on their head?
I have no idea. I guess maybe it gets clicks. It got on here tonight.
But I'm ridiculing it.
I mean, look, you talked about there's a lot of things that we have to work on. I think there is some good news for us these days, Jesse, right? We right now have our voters are fired up, right? If you look at voter intensity surveys, more than Republicans, and that usually is a harbinger for turnout in the fall. We are getting the candidates that we want in these races with recruitment. We just got the governor of North Carolina. Republicans have struggled a little bit, right? Brian Kemp in Georgia said he didn't want to run. And on the issues, voters don't like us. But right now, Donald Trump and the GOP is underwater on inflation, on the economy, and even on immigration, and obviously the big, beautiful bill. Now, I know they want to try to fix it here in the fall.
Yeah, but people don't really believe those polls. I mean, you got a secure border. Not a single person was released into the country last month. He's winning at the border. No one buys that. And on inflation, this is just a transition period to get out of Bidenomics. And then once everything kicks in, the trade deals and the tax relief, then you'll see some real growth and people will be happier. Now, I'm not saying red wave Turrentine. I would never say that ever again. But when you have someone like Nancy Pelosi and Kamala Harris looking the way they look, and I'm not being superficial, but that was not good. What's happening to those women?
Well, Nancy Pelosi's in her mid-80s. I mean, like most people, she's aged well, but at some point, it's pretty apparent that she's in her mid-80s. Look, we also obviously have a ton of problems, right? I mean, you talked about this earlier on. We have no agenda whatsoever. Like, if we were to get power, I couldn't tell you what we want to do. We are getting our butts kicked raising money. The RNC this past month has $83 million on hand. We have 13 million. The outside groups, we're spending money, 20 million to understand men. I don't know how many autopsies we have on one dead body. Republicans are stocking money. The worst thing is, Jesse, on voter registration, which Trump surged last year in 2023, 2024, it used to be our bread and butter, right? This is what we did. We're now lagging behind in all these swing states. If we can't raise money and we can't register new voters, we're going to have a big problem.
When you have Trump saying that he might send stimmy checks out, would Democrats be against stimmy checks? Because you were against the tariffs.
Absolutely not. Everyone's for Santa Claus. I mean, it's genius.
So you can be against the tariffs, but for the rebate checks that the tariffs created?
I don't think many Democrats are against the tariffs. They may criticize how Trump is trying to do the tariffs. But look, this is one of those things where we have no economic agenda. Are we going to say, no, we want to do free trade deals? Like, right now, the ball is completely in Trump's court. And all we can do is nip around his heels and say, hey, you're not doing it quite as well as we think you should.
All right, if Dan Turrentine were president, Democrat president, and we don't even need to pick your VP, what would be the first couple things on your agenda?
Look, I think that is what our party has to come up with. Jesse, we haven't had it since...
Aren't you a consultant?
Yeah, not anymore. Not anymore. Now I get to just critique. You have to go back to Barack Obama with healthcare in 2008. Like, in 2016, Hillary basically was like, it's my turn. Joe Biden was, I have to stop Donald Trump. Kamala Harris was just like, democracy's on the line. We haven't advocated for anything in almost 20 years.
Right.
And it's a huge problem.
Would a new idea be education? Would it be government-run healthcare? You're laughing, but you've been pushing that for decades.
Yes, I hope it's not. Look, one thing you're starting to see now is these 2028ers going out and road testing some messages. Rahm Emanuel's been really big on education the last couple months talking about it. Healthcare is something that voters right now don't say is top of mind to them. Now, Medicaid's going to be kind of on the ballot in 2026 in a lot of these midterm races. I think it's got to be on the economy. At the end of the day, people want a good job. They want prices low. It's, again, what Trump has focused on like a laser beam for a decade.
Was that Rahm Emanuel in the panda head? Was that him?
No, he's usually like, he likes to send dead fishes, you know, not necessarily put on a panda hat. I have no idea who that was, and if I were he or she, I would not show my face in politics for a while.
And Mayor Pete's on Charlemagne's show.
Yes.
Yeah. Is he running for president?
Oh, I think he will. Look, I think he's a serious candidate. I do. I do. I give him credit. He's comfortable enough to go anywhere and talk to anybody. he too, he's very good at saying what we have to do differently. But when it comes to what would you do if you win, it's to be determined.
All right. Dan told me he wanted Hunter to be the nominee in the green room. I don't think that's a good idea.
It's the F-bomb caucus.
The F-bomb caucus. I like it. Dan, great to see you. Click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You won't get it anywhere else.